didn't. And back then we wanted to have our act together. So you know what, we learned a lot of coping mechanisms. So you know what, I learned coping mechanisms. I learned to get my stuff super hyper organized. So maybe I have a little bit of OCD as well. But I got myself super hyper organized. I had everything written on a calendar. Nowadays I have everything on timers and calendars and things like that that I want to remember. And that helps because I like to start a lot of things and then I forget where I am. That's okay, because if you have things on lists and calendars and stuff like that, you can just wander around and get those things done at your leisure. Another thing I learned is don't be late starting things. You need to start things early so that you can wander around and you can pass back by those rooms and go, oh yeah, I was doing that laundry. Oh yeah, I was, you know, stuff like that. Another thing is you should start a bunch of stuff that can be working on its own without you first. And then you go do something else while it's working, right? Like the dishwasher, the washing machine, things like that. So you go around and you start all that stuff first, and then you go do some other things and you come back to it later. And you have some stuff on your list, so if you forget, you just look at your list. What was I gonna do Saturday? Oh yeah, I was gonna do this, and then I have to be at that birthday party later this afternoon. Okay, no one can remember all that stuff, okay? Don't feel bad about yourself because you don't remember. Nobody remembers that stuff. It's all written down. It's all on your list or your calendar or something. Okay, so why did I mention that I was tested? Okay, so my IQ level is a lot higher than I thought it was. Thought it was like medium to low or something like that. Who knows? And turns out it's not. It's above average. Why am I telling you that? Because kids, I don't want you to feel bad about yourself because you're not good in school. Okay, not good in school doesn't mean you're not smart. Okay, it just means you're not that interested in whatever the teacher's talking about. That's okay. What you need to do is find something you are interested in and super fixate on that. Okay, so you find out something you're really interested in, you focus on that, and then you really learn that thing. And you know what, if you have to go to school, you have to go to public school, just try your best to get that stuff done quick. Get done the stuff the teacher wants you to do quick, and then you go do something you want to do, or you learn something you want to learn about. That's one thing that's super great about the internet. I have learned so many things by listening to hours of podcasts. I just get fixated on one subject, and I listen to hours and hours of podcasts by doctors and therapists and scientists and nutritionists. Like anything that I'm interested, I just listen to a whole bunch of podcasts on that topic, and I become like a super expert on that thing. Right? Just pretend I'm not a super expert, but you know, I know a lot more than I used to. And that's the main thing. We want to know a lot more than we used to. Okay, I'm dyeing the tips of my hair black, and then the top part is brown, and then it's going to grow gray, and that's how I'm going to roll. Okay. So anyway, what's the point of me making this? The point is, don't feel bad about yourself because you don't do well in school. Okay.